Hey, Darkman Doll here. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a video I recently watched by this YouTube channel called Mayowa's World. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's spelled Mayowwa apostrophe S World. Um, yeah, I saw this video posted on one of the Freeform Dreadlock groups that I belong to. Maybe it's the only one I belong to. um, but yeah, I saw this video posted, and basically what the video was about was uh, appropriation. Why, should white people wearing dreadlocks, colonialism, and the like. So she pretty much put out there her feelings and why her channel is for people who have freeform dreadlocks that are black. Um, that have hair that is considered what you would consider called kinky, would be considered nappy. Obviously, that's what I've got going on my head. But she made some points that I agree with it, and it's funny because I made a video about this ages ago, and the thing is that freeform dreadlocks, as I've said, has gotten more and more popular, not just amongst black people, it's amongst all nations, all religions, all races, all cultures, and she seemed pretty upset about the fact that white people do videos about having freeform dreadlocks, and she doesn't believe that white people can have freeform dreadlocks because of a lot of research that has been done about African American or African hair, this texture of hair that's tightly coiled, that most white people or European white people don't have this texture of hair. Most of them don't. So she was making the point of why are they trying to call their dreadlocks freeform dreadlocks when a black person with this type of texture of hair, the hair, if you don't do anything to it, you don't comb it, brush it, or anything like that, it just forms into these locks like what I have on my head. Um, Naturally, your hair just locks up if you don't comb it or anything like that. Then the argument is also made on the other side end of it is that white people's hair can tangle up and mat up and be called what's called dreadlocks. Well, on Mayowa's World, that one video, she doesn't believe that. She doesn't believe that you can call what white people have dreadlocks when their hair mats up. Because what we have are tightly coiled, what I have, and a lot of people that have hair similar to mine have tightly coiled hair. These coils it's like a coil, and if you don't comb it, they form a lock. And with me, my hair forms locks really easily, and I don't have to try, I just do that. And that's a lot of the reasons why some black people feel as though white people shouldn't wear or say that they have dreadlocks, because they're trying to make their hair lock. um, I'm not here to argue all of that. I did talk about cultural appropriation when it comes to hair a long time ago. She mentioned in Mayowa's World on that video that a lot of people with call themselves freeform dreadlocks, their hair freeform dreadlocks, who are white, have thousands and thousands of views on their videos, that they're probably doing this just to get views on the videos, letting their hair lock up just to get popular on YouTube. I've talked about this a long time ago as well on my Dark Moon Doll channel, this channel here. I talked about that before. That has become trendy. It has become trendy. And I looked at Mayowa's World's video, and she had I can't remember the exact amount. I think over 1,000 views on that one video, but she had only made it in 3 days ago. Now she wants to talk about people that get low low numbers of views. I do. My channel, when I talk about freeform dreadlock talk, I've been talking about it for many years, and you guys know that if you've been following me all these years. And I talked about all kinds of things, everything that I've been going through, that I experienced on my journey with freeform dreadlocks thus far. So, and she's talking about how they get thousands and thousands of views, I get if I'm lucky, I get 70 views, 100 views, but not thousands of views. And I never really kept track. I mean, I'd look at it, but I never really thought about, I need to get more views. I was just putting videos up, sharing my experience with my freeform dreadlocks, and what I've gone through with them, not expecting, to become popular. That was not my main objective with it. I'm not saying that that's what Mayoa's world is all about, which her main objective is. I've only watched one of her videos, which is that one, the whether white people should consider what they have on their head, dreadlocks. I have to say though, I do agree with the fact that there's been a lot of channels where you see white people cutting their dreadlocks off that they've had for a long time and they're a little long. They cut it off and shave it like it was a part of a I don't know, stunt, but a part of some sort of gimmick for their channel so they could get even more views from a different crowd. That could be something that's going on. There's black people that are cutting their dreads off though, and the big chop and making a big production out of it. And then the people that watch end up doing the same thing they do just because they're doing it. Not because maybe they want to do it, but because they see someone else doing it. And that's just a sheep mentality. People following what someone else does, not even mainly because they want to do it, but because they just see someone else doing it. So, and that's not what Freeform Dreadlocks was all about for me. It was about tuning into my own natural hair and being happy with the hair on my head and being proud of it and loving it and appreciating it for what it is and not trying to alter it to the point where it's no longer its natural state completely. And I've had my freeform dreadlocks for 23 years. It'll be 24 years next month. And I've had some complications with it because I didn't know how to take care of my hair in the beginning. But as I got older and I grew and I learned more and implemented these new things, I learned more and more about my hair every day. So she made a very interesting point talking about I don't feel as though, she says, I'm not quoting her verbatim, but basically she was saying I don't feel like white people can consider what's on their head dreadlocks because dreads represent pretty much, this is what I'm getting from the video, dreads represent black culture. Dreads represent the black person's hair and how it coils together naturally and becomes and forms a lock. Because supposedly, what she was talking about, not supposedly, what she was talking about is like a white person can't call their hair kinky because it's not. It's just straight. But here's the thing I have to say about all of this is that there's so many people that are mixed now. There is. And there always has been people that are mixed with the hair texture. It's true. There can be people that are lighter in complexion than me and have hair the same texture as I have. I haven't come across a white person with the same texture as me. That's true. I have not. I do agree with her about the whole, this has become a trend with people trying to make their hair look like this. They did that, I remember them doing that back in the 70s when white people wanted their hair to be like an afro, and they get a perm and make their hair like an afro. Black people were doing that. Still are. They're putting wigs on their hair so that the hair can look like a European hairstyle or a relaxed hairstyle, which is the same thing. Extensions, because they don't want their hair to look what they consider to be unruly and ugly and unkempt. So it's not just white people copying someone else's hairstyle. It's black people too. When I walk around here, I don't see black women with dreadlocks all the time. I don't. It's mainly black men that I see with dreadlocks. And usually the black men with dreadlocks don't have freeform dreadlocks. They'll have salon locks, uniform locks. And I'm not judging people for having what they have. I'm just saying I get looked at up and down from people of my own race, of my own skin tone, my own hair texture. Even guys with dreadlocks around here look at me sideways. But when my hair is out, especially, but when I put my hair up in like into a ponytail or have two French braids, then people, black men, are more likely to approach me and say hi. When my hair's up just like this, not so much. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways that people discriminate and hate on freeform dreadlocks. And it's not just black people that are hating on freeform dreadlocks. I mean, it's not just white people that are hating on freeform dreadlocks. It's black people within the community that are hating on freeform dreadlocks, that don't like it and think we're unkempt, dirty people have freeform dreadlocks. That is the opinion of a lot of people that have salon locks. I'm not saying it's the opinion of everybody that has salon locks, but of a lot of people. And the people that I see who have salon locks that are female, whenever I do come across anybody like that outside of my home, I'm looked at like I'm scum. And the only people that seem to really like my hair are white people, white women, white males, but not black people, at least where I'm living at. So it's just kind of interesting because it's funny too, and I've talked about this on other videos, as you guys have known if you've watched my videos in the past, that it's mainly been white people that appreciate my hair than there's been black people that appreciated my hair. And it's still that way. It is. My hair is clean. I don't have any bugs running around my head. I take care of myself. But still, I'm seen as being dirty by black people and not by white people. That's been my experience. Um, it's just crazy. And a lot of the white people that I've come in contact with um, think that white people shouldn't wear dreadlocks. I'm not here to tell anybody what they should and shouldn't do, and I've talked about that on a past video as far as dreadlocks go. I'm not here to tell you to wear them, to let your hair dread or not. I'm not. I'm just here to share my experience, and if you've had the same experiences, that's cool, and share what you've learned. But other than that, I'm not here to tell people what to do. It's not my point. It's not the point that I need to make. I don't need to do that. People will do what they do. But there's something else that I really agree with Mayoa's World, with her video, is that yes, I've seen a lot of white people with dreadlocks, and their videos are primarily about just dreadlocks. When they took out the dreadlocks, they may have lost people. They may have lost viewers. And gained more viewers, though. Lost viewers and subscribers. And a lot of them would complain about that and be upset and sad and was hoping that people would like them more for more than just their dreadlocks. But if that's what your channel is all about, what do you expect? When you cut off your dreads or brush out your dreads, people are going to have that reaction because they're inspired by you, and that's why they decided to let their hair dread in the first place. And then when you cut yours off or brush yours out, it's like a lot of people are kind of like sheep. Not all people, but a lot of people are like sheep. They will get so into watching somebody and how they take care of their hair and do it, and then when that person decides, oh, fuck it, I don't want to deal with this anymore, and just shaves it off. It's like a form of hypnosis, a form of mind control to some degree. With people looking up to these YouTubers, people making videos about hair. This person's like, oh, fuck it, I don't care about having long hair, and just cutting it all off. When, for a long time, what you wanted was to strive for longer and healthy hair. All of a sudden, you don't want that anymore because this person you're watching doesn't want that anymore. I just think that's hilarious. It is, because people are so easy and eager to follow somebody to right off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? So, Maya's World, she did make some good points. Um, I'm not angry at white people who decide to let their hair dread. They say they have dreadlocks. I'm not mad at that. I don't feel like we should be angry at at white people with dreadlocks. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of anger within a lot of people, especially black women. I was one of them, but I'm not angry anymore about that. Um, about there being more emphasis on European way of looking as far as hair goes. Um, Making your hair pressed straight so that you can replicate a lot of these European hairstyles. Um, I used to be angry about that I had to make my hair look just so in order to get an interview. That's what I was telling myself, what I thought. But it just depends on what job you're going for. What are you trying to get? What do you really want? You know, do you really want a job that prefers you to have straight hair, opposite to what your natural hair is? And, do you want to play that game? And I've talked about this on past videos too, about that, about getting a job with dreadlocks, having dreadlocks, and how does that affect your chances of getting employed? Um, it depends on what job you get, and you can watch my past videos talking about that. But I just wanted to make a little bit of a video talking about her video that she made, Mayowa's World, about cultural appropriation and whether or not white people should have dreadlocks. I don't think it's not my place to tell somebody they shouldn't have dreadlocks. And of course, a white person hasn't experienced what I've experienced with my hair because we have different texture hair. And hair was such a political thing. Hair was such a trendy thing. Um, it still is. Hair is just such a trendy thing and turned from being spiritual to trendy. And seeing all the things we can do with it and how we can manipulate it, it became more of a materialistic, like fancy type of decoration on the outside and not a spiritual thing that comes from inside and out and then comes out, and just not being controlling of what the final result is. That's freeform dreadlocks to me. Just letting things go how they do. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that mainly. Is just that that video, there's some interesting things she brought up, and I could tell she had a lot of pain and struggle when it comes to being accepted with her own natural hair. And that's something that a lot of people have experienced. I myself have experienced that. And I still experience that with a lot of people who are still into wearing wigs and weaves and perms and all this kind of stuff. And they look at me like I'm some sort of, freak. And that's okay because I'm comfortable with who I am and where I am in this world. And I'm not going to go out and try to fight so that people can accept why I like to live this way with my hair just growing out naturally the way that it wants to grow out instead of putting chemicals on it and doing high manipulative hairstyles. I do, like I said, I do 2 French braids or under braids every now and then, 1 big braid every now and then, put it up, but it's simple and it's not something that is highly elaborate that takes like hours to do, in the mirror all the time. Because that's just the opposite of what this journey is all about for me. It's a spiritual journey. Not always a spiritual journey for everyone. So, that's all I gotta say about that video. You can check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Hope you enjoyed today's Freeform Dreadlock talk. I'm enjoying my Freeform Dreadlock journey. My dreads are just beautiful. I love them. And it's a spiritual journey that is worth taking for me. It's not for everyone, definitely. And I'm not here to preach to anybody about whether or not they have freeform dreadlocks or not. I'm not. I'm just here to share my experience. And if you feel like you do have freeform dreadlocks and you're enjoying your journey, then enjoy your journey. Because I'm not here I'm not here to tell people what they can and can't have. I'm here to tell people to try to live life as naturally as you can. And she did make some good points within that video, but there's some points I didn't agree with really that much, and it's okay. A lot of us come from a place of anger when it comes to, when we feel like people trying to steal, trying to steal what's ours as a culture. Our culture is so fragmented, though. I mean, does it even exist anymore? Because within the black community, I'm not accepted. When I walk around here and smile at a black person or whatever, I'm looked at as a freak because of my hair. I'm ostracized and judged because of my hair. Because I don't have it pressed. My hair isn't pressed out all the time, or in a weave, or in a wig, or whatever. My hair is wild. I'm a wild child. How do you deal with this person? They're wild. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the likes and shares. And thank you for your kind comments. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think of that video. I'm not here to say negative things about it. I just wanted to comment on it because I just watched it. And it's funny how she's talking about these people, white people with dreadlocks, or say that Freeform dreadlocks get thousands and thousands of views. She's got more views than I have, and I've been on YouTube since it started. You think you've got lower views than white people that do dreadlock videos. My views are way low, and I've been here forever because I don't have a snazzy intro and all these fancy effects in the background and this really cool groovy music. So I just been here sharing my experience, and I'm not caring about having tons and tons of subscribers and viewers and all that. The ones that I get, I'm really happy with what I get. So with that said, brightest blessings to you all. Enjoy your freeform dreadlock journey, and I'll see you soon.